you doing? This is Sheila Noye. I trust God you are all doing fine. Thank you so much for your support, words of encouragement. I appreciate them so much. I am the founder of Destiny Shapers with Sheila Noye. Our vision is to empower aspiring men and women to find a clear purpose for their lives and provide them with tools to plan, execute, and achieve their life goals in order to fulfill their destinies. So today, the title of my message is, What's in Your Hand? It's time to drop the excuses and get started. What's in your hand? I have 3 questions for you. Have you discovered your purpose yet? If not, what are you doing about it? Are you praying and searching? Matthew chapter 7 verse 7 says that we should ask, seek, and knock, and God will bring us the answers. So this is the year we want to find out what we are really here for. As I keep saying, we were created with great potential. We all have great potential in us, and it will take a deeper diving to get to know who we really are, what we are here for, so we can do exactly what God wants us to do. We have to have the I can do all things mentality and attitude and start moving by faith. No more excuses. It's time to act. God is a God of action, and He honors faith. It is in the action as we are moving that He brings the provision for whatever He has assigned unto us to do. So, what is in your hands? What is in your hands? Abraham received the ram for the sacrifice in the process of obeying God. As he was in the process, walking with his son, they went to the mountain and then God brought the provision. God will always provide. He will never fail you. So don't let anything hold you back. We see the same thing with the 4 lepers in 2 Kings chapter 7, verse 3 to 20. Even though they were in a dilemma whether to stay at wherever they were and die or to move and also die, they decided to move. And as they moved, the miracle happened. David also in 1 Samuel chapter 30 verse 8 did the same thing. In a situation where there was no hope, the enemy had come to their camp and taken away everything that they had. David went to God and asked, shall I pursue after this troop? Shall I overtake them? And what did God tell David? He said, pursue, for thou shalt surely overtake them, and without fail recover all. So there is a provision as we obey God. We encounter destiny in our quest to obey God as we keep moving. Moses had a rod in his hand in Exodus chapter 4, and what he was using that rod to do was to take care of the sheep, his father-in-law's sheep. He didn't know there was life in that rod. He saw it as ordinary until he met God, until he had an encounter with God. And God showed him what he could do with the rod. And in obedience, a lot of miracles happened as a result of that rod. Moses went to he went to Pharaoh, and God used that rod to show to Pharaoh that he is the God of all flesh. The rod turned into serpent life in the rod, and it swallowed the enemy's serpent. The same rod, when he showed it at the Red Sea parted into 2. And the children of Israel were able to walk on a dry land across the Red Sea, safe, unharmed. the same road. What is in your hand? If only you would know that you are more than capable. You can achieve so much. What is in your hand? Some of us have great ideas, business ideas, book ideas, programs, ministries, real estate, investments, schools, orphanages, television stations, YouTube channel, helping hands, great, great, great designs. What is in your hand? If only we can believe in God and also believe in ourselves and know that we have special gifts and abilities and take massive step of faith, there is so much we can achieve. So start going after your dream this year. You will become a different person within 1 year, from now till next year, if only you can take that massive action. A sister I follow on Facebook posted something, Sister Sewa Adansi. She said, a year from now, you will wish you had started today. Take action, make it happen. This is our year to take action. There are some reasons why sometimes we fail to go after our dreams. The first thing is we fail to believe in ourselves. We look down on ourselves. We look at who we are, our background, the type of schools we went to, especially those of us from the village, and we feel limited, and we stop and never try to go after our dreams. But no human being is created to be ordinary, no matter your background. So it's time for us to believe in ourselves. The second reason why we don't go after our dream, we forget to know that. We forget that God created us in his own image and abilities. And we have this Michael Jordan talent in everybody, each and every one of us. So we need to remember that. Another thing is fear of failure. We are scared that we will fail when we do something. So we tend to live average, do the average stuff. We are scared to take up the challenge to do the big stuff. The big stuff which God wants us to go after. Fear of failure. What is taking you from your destiny? What is taking you from going after your dream this year? Are you scared? You don't believe in yourself? You don't know you have more than enough? Fear of what people will say is the other one, and that is huge. You know, people talk and they will always talk. People will always talk. Do you want that to keep you from your dreams? Do you want that to keep you from going after what God wants you to achieve? Whose report do you want to go with? The report of men or the report of God? God said he has created you in his image and you can do all things if only you can believe. Are we going to let people stop us? Nehemiah 4 verse 3. After Nehemiah had purpose to go and rebuild the wall thing, the walls of Jerusalem. And they even said, what do these Jews think they are building? If even a small fox climb on it, he will break down their wall of stones. Can you believe that? A huge wall and a little fox. The fox stepping on that wall will crumble it down. People will always talk. If you are going to allow yourself to be spoken to by people and be discouraged, you will never attain your dream. You will never take a step. And even if you are doing it, you will stop. So this is not a year for you to listen to what people are saying to discourage you. Sometimes we start, and then when we see the storms, we get discouraged. we get discouraged and we stop, like Peter. He was full of faith. He said, Jesus, if it's you, bid me to come. And Jesus said, come. He started walking until he saw the storm. And when the storm hit, he forgot the one who asked him to come. So he was about to drown until Jesus reached out to him. What is scaring you from going after your dreams? What is stopping you? You know, life is full of storms, challenges. They will come, no matter what. But that shouldn't take us away from our dreams. That shouldn't take us away from pursuing and chasing after our dream. You know, everybody can be great at something, but we need to overcome these bats. We need to overcome these challenges to be able to move forward, because the challenges will always come at us. You only fail when you don't try. Let's remember that. You only fail when you. So when you try something and you experience hardship, difficulties, failures, it's okay. Everybody that has become successful at something experience and are still experiencing failures and challenges. So challenges are part of life. Failures are part of life. Mistakes are part of life. But those mistakes rather push us to move forward. So let's overcome those type of mindset. Let's overcome that mindset and move forward with our dream. Theodore Roosevelt said, believe you can, and you are halfway done. Halfway done, if you just believe you can. The other half is the action part. But believe you can, and that will motivate you to just keep going. Because everybody who has ever done something great had to believe that they could be the ones to do it. If you don't believe you are the one to do it, it's not going to happen. So believing that you can is huge. It's huge. It's huge. So another thing is to, stop seeking the approval of men. Sometimes we have all these great ideas, and because we don't believe in ourselves, we keep asking people, oh, what do you think about this? Oh, do you think I can do this? Oh, do you think this and that is good and all that? It's good to talk to people, but talk to the right people. Because if you don't talk to the wrong people, they will talk you out of your vision. They will talk you out of your goals, your dreams, and your God-given assignment. Paul says something in Galatians chapter 1, verse 15 and 15 to 17. If you get a time, read it. But the portion that I like so much is he said, immediately I conferred not with flesh and blood when he got a vision to do his assignment for God. He did not discuss it with men, flesh and blood. If you are discussing with people, it should be on the spiritual side of it. You shouldn't just talk to anybody. It should be somebody who has a vision and shares in that vision and is going to help you, mentor you to grow that vision. Not just anybody at all. So they will not talk you out of your God-given assignment. So engage the Spirit of God in everything you do. This is how you can achieve your destiny. If you talk to anybody at all, before you realize, you have even lost interest, and you will say, oh, I cannot do it. I am not the one to do it. So take a massive action this year. The boy with the 5 loaves of bread, all he had was the 5 loaves of bread and the 2 fish. But Jesus used it to bless 5,000 plus people. What is in your hand? What do you have in your hand that you are belittling and you think you cannot do much with it? God can turn it into something great. Jesus resurrected only when he made himself available to die. Can you believe that? If he had not died, there will be no resurrection and there will be no fame There will be no glory, nothing, and we will be at the losing side as well. But because he made himself available to die, he resurrected the third day. So there is provision in obedience. The 5 lepers got healed on their way to show them, the 10 lepers, they got healed on their way to show themselves to the priest as directed by Jesus. If they had said, oh, we need healing, why would you tell us to go and show ourselves? They wouldn't have been healed completely. Abraham received the provision and when he obeyed God. So ideas come when you start obeying God, when you start with the small you have. It's like the widow that Elisha asked to go and get the vessels so he can pour the oil, the little oil in and sell and go and pay her debtors. This woman got a lot of vessels from the community and she started pouring. And as many vessels as she had, the oil kept pouring. The oil only stopped, interestingly, when the vessels finished, when she didn't have any more vessels. So I believe if she kept going to more villages, the oil would have kept pouring and pouring and pouring, even till the end of the year, or to as much time as she could have made the vessels available for. So ideas are coming. You need to pay attention to these ideas before you lose them. I have an assignment for you. Take some time, get a notebook and a pen. Write every idea that comes inside your mind, every idea God puts on your heart, on your mind. Write it down. Deep in the night, when you have an idea, get up and write it down. Sometimes I email it to myself, and then when I get up, I take it and write it down. Get as many ideas as you can. Any idea at all, take note of them. God can do something out of it. So it's time to offer your gift to the world and live your life to the fullest. It's time to start. Prepare your mind to, to handle the challenges as they come, because challenges will come, but they will go. Things don't go on forever. They will get better. If it's bad, they will get better. So there's always light at the end of the tunnel, sorry. So keep moving and never stop. Keep moving and never stop. So what do you have in your hand? What do you have in your hand? Are you going to let circumstances stop you? Or are you going to see the power of God in that and take a step of faith? Oprah says, there is no greater gift you can give or receive than to honor your calling. It's why you were born and how you become most truly alive. That is wonderful. It's time to go light your candle. So many people are waiting. So many destinies are waiting for you. You have something good to offer. This is the time. Don't let it pass over you again. This is the year to shine in your world. So thank you all for your patience and for listening. I will encourage you to subscribe to my YouTube channel and like and share the videos so that it can be a blessing unto many. Thank you and God bless you all. Bye.